You spend your 20s and your 30s trying to figure everything out. You spend your 30s and your 40s trying to prove to everybody that you're awesome. You spend your 50s chasing that dream down. And then in the 60s, you realize nobody was talking about you in the first place. We are so poor as men of talking to each other because we are so nervous that the other one's going to think I'm weak. I try to like race to the bottom. No, I'm weaker than you are. Listen, I struggle with this, and this. Beat that. You know, kind of deal. And I think when we do that, all of a sudden, then you start to see, go, oh, you too?
Yeah.
Then we all leave better. Like, again, what we are trying to do is not rocket science for them.
No, it's not new either.
It's not new. Yeah. We are just so poor at it because we are scared to let another guy think we're losing the race. Whatever the race is, we all have our own races. Money, family, kids. My kid's a great athlete. My kid a better athlete than that one? Like, we're racing there. We're racing, how many companies can I sell? What number did I sell it for? So I always tell people the number one thing I hate about this entrepreneurial game and selling businesses, number one thing I hate about it is everybody wants to know what your exit number was.
They want to measure.
What if I told you it was 4X? I've been down this road before. I told somebody we sold for X amount, and they go, well, you know, companies are selling for like this X. Quit moving the goalpost. You know what I mean? Like let's just sit in it for a second and just celebrate. And again, I'm chief of this. Like, we're always playing some game. And so if we could stop playing a game for a second, then we'd all be a lot better off.
Yeah.
Myself included.
Yeah. We're always measuring ourselves to other men because we see ourselves as little gods.
That's right.
Who's the better god?
That's right. That's right. I was talking to a mentor yesterday, and we were talking about this same concept of when is enough, right? One of Craig Groeschel's latest podcast, he had Arthur Brooks on there. He wrote Strength to Strength. He talks about as strivers, especially men, more times than not, and definitely can apply to women as well. We don't know how to quantify when enough is enough. That's the problem, right? And I was sitting with this guy, and he was telling me a story about how he was raising money for this ministry. And he said he sat down with a guy asking him for a large donation. The guy didn't want to make it because he was chasing this other guy. And his wife called him out on it. And she said, well, he's never going to write you a check because he's chasing so-and-so. And this guy had to sit here and go, you know you're never going to catch so-and-so, right? Like, you're never going to catch him. He goes, well, and he went on this like diatribe of how he was going to try to catch him. That's what we do. Like we're always going to find something else that's bigger and better than we are, and that's exactly where Satan wants us to live.
No matter how loud the men at the top of the mountain are shouting down at us,
yes,
it's not worth it.
That's right. My wife and I right now, we're watching this interesting series on TV. It's like the American dynasties. It's all the families, right?
Like Vanderbilts.
The Vanderbilts, the Bushes, the Kennedys, the Post family. And so far, we haven't gone through all of them. 0 of them have turned out happy. Like, it's just sad story after, like, as the documentary goes on, it just gets sadder and sadder and sadder and sadder. And then you end, and you go, man, I would never want to do that. Then 30 minutes later, you're like, how do I build a dynasty? Right? Like, I mean, I literally just watched it on TV about how everybody's miserable, everybody's divorced, every kid hates each other, there's all this infighting, they're all suing each other. And I go, man, what if we built a dynasty? Right?
What if I did the same thing?
It's crazy.
Why?
Right? Like, I mean, it's crazy, but it's exactly where Satan wants us to live. Satan can sit on your shoulder and go, yeah, but if you built a dynasty, it probably wouldn't turn out that way, right? So let's build a dynasty.
You're the exception.
Right, you're the exception.
That's
totally
the whisper. You're the exception.
That's right. It'd be totally fine.
Yeah.
Just do it. And you go, oh, that's right, I can do that. And so as men, man, we have to daily fight against that. I have to daily fight against this invisible scoreboard that nobody cares about. A guy told me one time I was on a trip. He was very successful at Enron. I mean, he had the career of careers, right? And then not so much. And has done very well financially, very well, very successful by all the world standards. And we were around a lunch table one time. And he said, he's in his 60s. He said, hey, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all a secret. He said, somebody told me this one time, and now that I'm in my 60s, I know it's true. He said, you spend your 20s and your 30s trying to figure everything out. You spend your 30s and your 40s trying to prove to everybody that you're awesome. You spend your 50s chasing that dream down. And then in the 60s, you realize nobody was talking about you in the first place.